Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. I am obviously Adam. This is United Daily Live. We've got loads to get through today, and that's without even considering the disaster of a game we saw at Old Trafford today, where Manchester United lost 6-1 against Jose Mourinho's Tottenham Hotspur. It was an awful, awful day all around. Bad refereeing decisions, red cards. You can't even look at those things for excuses. There were absolutely no excuses for Manchester United today, for any of the players and their performances. For the manager, there were no excuses for what we saw. We know we've had a bad summer. We know we haven't made the transfers that we would have wanted to make. We know all of that stuff is true. But it doesn't take away from the fact that Manchester United today had more than enough within that squad to be able to get a result against the Spurs side that have played 3 games in about 6 days. We should have been the team that were looking full of energy today, and we did do that inside the first couple of minutes. We had a great move, went 1-0 up. You're thinking amazing, but then individual errors yet again cost us. We sees us go 2-1 down straight away, and then the game is there, and United felt sorry for themselves from that point. Martial gets sent off. Look, you've got to blame Martial because he shouldn't have lifted his hands. You don't react to a player like that. You know with VAR you're going to get sent off, but it's soft. Lamela shouldn't have gone down, and if the referee or VAR are going to send off Anthony Martial, they have to send off Eric Lamela too. They can't be sending one off and not the other because they both did the identical thing. The only difference was Anthony Martial didn't go down. Lamela went down like he got shot, and therefore Anthony Martial saw red and he went off the pitch. Disaster for United. But again, whilst it was a bad refereeing decision in that you either send both off or you send none off, you can't excuse Anthony Martial reacting to the player. We saw that they got into United's heads, and once it's 3-1, 10 men, it's game over. If you're trying to chase goals, if you're trying to get back into the game, you're going to concede more. And even if we weren't trying to attack, our defence was not good enough. It's unorganised. It's a shambles. It's all over the place. You see I can't even remember what goal it was because we kind of lost count on the day, and I just blanked out and went numb watching that stuff. But there was one goal where Luke Shaw was at centre back, Harry Maguire was at left back, Wan-Bissaka, I don't know where he was, and the defence was just all over the place, and Victor Lindelof lost his position in the team today, rightly so because his form hasn't been good enough. But he wasn't the only one that wasn't performing well. I said this before, it's not just Victor Lindelof that isn't performing. It's also Harry Maguire that isn't performing, Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka. It was the defence as a unit. And that goes down to work on the training pitch. And therefore you have to blame your manager for that, because it goes down to work on your training pitch. Harry Maguire is not a bad defender. He's made mistakes. He's made silly mistakes today that he's to blame for. But in general, our team's defence looks disorganised, all over the place. We can't pass the ball out from the back. We can't settle down. And look, today we went 1-0 up. We went 1-0 up and our defence throws us in the muck. At 1-0 against that Spurs side, if we kept it 1-0 for a while, kept playing the way we were, didn't have those individual errors, we probably go 2-0 up. And against the Spurs team that have played those games in this week, they probably think, let's shut up shop. And it's a comfortable 3 points for United. But we passed the momentum to them. We passed the 3 points to them, and it was awful. David De Gea kept us in it at times. You can't blame David De Gea for today. I know everyone's going to probably want to say after you concede 6 that David De Gea is to blame and all that, but he's not. The defence in front of him was poor, and you look at every single one of them, but Maguire's your captain. You come in for a big price tag that he's not living up to at the moment. Now I know he doesn't choose that price tag, but even as a captain, you've got to do more. You've got to be more vocal, and I don't mean shouting at people. I mean in organising everyone around you. Talk to those people there. I know Eric Bailly made a mistake as well for one of the goals, passing the ball out, but I generally thought at times he was our best defender with some of the clearances he made. But then after it went to 3-1, the whole team just got... It was awful. And you go into the midfield, Matic, anonymous. Pogba, anonymous and frustrating again. Bruno, frustrated. Yes, him and Martial for the goal were amazing, and there was a few other glimpses, but Anonymous again went off at half time. Wonder what happened there. I reckon that's something to. I don't think you take Bruno off unless he's injured. There's no talk about an injury. I reckon something's gone on in the dressing room. He looks like one of those people that will say something, whether he said something, crossed the mark, crossed the line, I don't know. But whatever it was, it probably needed to be said. And then Rashford, felt sorry for him today. A lot of effort, a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, but no quality. And it was hard to expect quality from him, because I remember one point in the second half, he picked the ball up, ran into Spurs' half, and he has 6 players around him. What do you expect him to do in that situation? Mason Greenwood, quiet one as well. It was awful. And after the amazing start we made inside the first 3-4 minutes, where you're thinking, this is going to be a cruise, it ended up being one of the worst performances we've seen at Old Trafford. And the first time we've ever lost our opening 2 home fixtures in a league campaign, in a Premier League campaign anyway. Not good enough at all, and the manager has to take responsibility for that as well. Whilst you can look at him not being backed in the transfer window, and I think that would have probably affected his mood, affected the mood of the team. Whilst you can also look at the fact that we never had a pre-season. We never had a pre-season. That's fair as well, but you can't excuse this. Tactically poor, coaching poor, defence not organised. The manager has to take responsibility for that, and we have to go away and work on these problems. Signings alone are not going to solve these issues. You have to work from within as well, and you have to see that is not good enough. That's not representative of a Manchester United side. And regardless of who you sign, if we continue to perform like that, there's only one way this is going to end up. And again, it's that similar cycle of a manager ending up, not performing and then going out of the door. And whilst the new manager coming in does change things, we still have those bigger issues. There's so many different issues for United. We lacked leadership from the dugout today. We lacked leadership on the pitch today from our captain, from our senior players, and we're lacking leadership from a boardroom level. From a boardroom level down, we're lacking that leadership, and every single thing has a knock-on effect on each other. And at the moment, there's so many things wrong with Manchester United. It's not just that the defence is poor. It's not just that the manager made mistakes today. It's not just that there were individual errors and we performed badly and there was a red card and this, that. It's not just that we've had a bad summer. These are all credible things to say about Manchester United right now. There are so many issues there. And yes, you can excuse some parts of your performance for no pre-season and all that stuff, but not this. Not this today. There's no excuses. There's no excuses at all. And every single one of them needs to have a look at themselves, to be totally honest with you, and fix up ASAP. But look, we're not here just to talk about that. This is United Daily Live. I did my review earlier on today, which was obviously about this game, but we're also looking at the transfer news as well, because that is still ongoing. We've literally got just under 24 hours of the transfer window remaining, and at the moment we're hearing Alex Telles to United is here we go. That move is pretty much done. The player is flying in to Manchester, or he's already flown into Manchester to complete his medical and sign a 5-year deal. The fee was £13.6 million plus add-ons, so a decent fee for a decent player that will hopefully add something to that left-hand side that we've been lacking in Luke Shaw in terms of the attacking thing, the attacking side of the game. In terms of defensively, I'm not totally convinced, but let's have a look at what he's got to offer. A good signing, but he's not going to solve all of our problems. We also hear Edinson Cavani will be unveiled as a Manchester United player tomorrow. He's flying in, or he's already in Manchester. He took part of his medical today. He'll complete the rest of his medical tomorrow, and he will become a Manchester United player then. So we'll be looking at all the news and all the reports around those two transfers, as well as the fact that Chris Smalling will complete his move to Roma, as well as Roma got closer to that fee for Manchester United. So all of that news is to be covered in this show here today, but we're also reacting to United being hammered 6-1 by Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. And all that meant that we couldn't even enjoy Liverpool losing to Villa. Like, I know I've been having a little joke about Liverpool online, but really I'm hiding behind that because this is fucked up. This is at least Liverpool know everything's all right. They just won the league and the Champions League not long ago. They know in a few weeks we'll be back to normal again. For Manchester United, we've got big problems, and we need to resolve them ASAP. Achint Jahri with the super chat says Maguire and Pogba are too comfy in the 11. They need to be benched. David says none of these players deserve to wear that United shirt. On today's performance, nobody did. Seriously, man, was mirroring your reaction on the kickoff, says Sam. Yeah, it was an emotional one on the kickoff. I nearly stormed off and went home early. It would have been a long drive back halfway through the game, listening to those calls going on the radio, and then I remembered where I was and I thought, all right, I need to chill out and sort this out. Rohit, where do we go with this team? It's all clueless. Look, I think it needs to be down to coaching one. You know, we need to sort things out. Whatever's happening at the moment isn't working. Tactically, in the setup, personnel, whatever, it's not working. Alex Telles isn't going to come in and be able to make this defence all of a sudden a solid foundation. We thought Maguire and Aaron Wan-Bissaka were going to do that. It's clear that they need to be better drilled. You know, you look at our attacking, it's pretty good going forward. When you look at some of the moves that we do, some of the passages of play that we have, it's easy on the eye, it looks great at times. But defensively, we don't look well coached at all. We look very unorganised. So we need to sort that out. Right, let's have a look at this Alex Telles news. So the MEN earlier reported that the medicals were scheduled for today for Alex Telles and Cavani. And then we heard from Fabrizio Romano that the fee for Alex Telles to United is 15 million euros plus add-ons. That's around 13.6 million pounds. And the paperwork is to be signed in the next few hours. Then the Telegraph jumped in and said Alex Telles was about to fly to Brazil for the international duty before a deal was struck between Manchester United and FC Porto. Remember yesterday I was saying that wouldn't be an issue if he was meant to fly off at all. It wouldn't be an issue and it wouldn't hold up his deal to Manchester United. And then we had the here we go from Fabrizio Romano. So let me just find this tweet right now. There he goes. He goes, Alex Telles is now arriving in Manchester to sign his contract as a new Manchester United player. Deal to be announced tomorrow. Contract until June 2025. Here we go, confirmed. And when you look at the business, if it wasn't for the manner of our business or the way our business has been done, then Alex Telles for 13.5 million, Donny van der Beek for 35 million plus add-ons. Not bad business if you can get both of them for 50 million pounds. Cavani on a free, not bad business if you combine it with all of that. But it's the way our business has been done. It's the when these deals have been done. It looks like, especially the Cavani one, it looks like United have panicked a little bit. Now that doesn't take anything away from what the player can offer us. And obviously with Anthony Martial being out for the next 3 games, we're probably going to need him sooner than we expected. Fabrizio Romano then also gave Cavani to Manchester United. Here we go. Edinson Cavani to United is a done deal. Here we go, confirmed. Also Telles. Also, he says, as Telles, also Edinson Cavani is in Manchester to undergo medicals and complete his move to United tomorrow. United have completed the agreement with Cavani, also on agents' fees, after personal terms agreed as reported yesterday. His wages will be 10 million euros per year, just medicals pending. United will pay a bit less than 10 million euros as agents' fees to get Edinson Cavani, who's going to sign until June 2022. That's an option as a new Manchester United player. Alex Telles, here we go, is confirmed too. 15 million euros plus add-ons to Porto and medicals on the next hours. So those 2 deals are in the bag for Manchester United. We have got Alex Telles coming in. We have got Edinson Cavani. They're going to be unveiled as Man United players tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got an action-packed show for you on Stretford Paddock. We've got Deadline Day Live all day long. Not one live stream, but we'll be live at various different times in the day when there's breaking news, when this, that, and the other's going on. So make sure you're keeping it locked to Stretford Paddock all day tomorrow. And then I'll also do a little bit on AdamMcKola TV probably when I get home in the evening, or I'll do it from the studio in the evening. We'll do a United Daily Live to wrap up the transfer window at the end. But yeah, we're gonna be live all day tomorrow at various times on Stretford Paddock, on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. We need to give credit to Jose. I feel Tottenham will come top 2. I feel you're getting carried away with what we saw today. It was a good performance by them, but let's be realistic here. They're not going to finish top 2. If we don't get Sancho in, I'll lose it, says Einar. And we're hearing very little about Jadon Sancho at this moment in time. And we are hearing that Memphis Depay has the agreement with Barcelona. Olympique Lyonnais are ready to accept 25 million euros plus add-ons bid from Barcelona for Depay. So now Barcelona need to sell Dembele. He's open to join Manchester United. Talks are ongoing between the two clubs. But United apparently do not want a permanent deal for Dembele. They want to take him in on loan. So what that means, whether it happens or not, remains to be seen. But we are still continually linked with Ousmane Dembele. So could it be that Ousmane Dembele will be flying into Manchester tomorrow to complete a move as well as that alternative for Jadon Sancho? Now, me personally, if it was on loan, I wouldn't mind, to be honest. If it's a permanent deal, I'm a little bit more on the fence. If you're going to get Ousmane Dembele, the one that joined Barcelona for that mad fee, then you've got an incredible player on your hands. But he hasn't been that player for a while. Injury problems, form problems. Obviously, difficult place to be is Barcelona, but so is Manchester United. So if it was on a loan with an option, I'd probably be up for it. On the fence if it is a permanent deal for a big spend. But let's see what happens with this one. I've got a feeling United are using this as a backup option. They're going to try and get Jadon Sancho done tomorrow, but will probably fall short and end up unveiling Ousmane Dembele on deadline day in a deal where they'll probably give a loan fee to Barcelona with an option to buy at the end of it. That's how I feel about that. We've got another super chat from Liam Hardy who says, Romano has said Memphis is going to Barca. Dembele is open to United move. Please kill me, for fuck's sake. Be funny if no one comes in, says Red 92. Well, it looks like we're definitely getting 2 players. That's for sure. We're getting 2 players, certainly. In Alex Telles and Edinson Cavani. Now, if Manchester United at the start of the transfer window, you would have told me you'd get Edinson Cavani on a free, you'd get Donny van der Beek, Alex Telles and Jadon Sancho. Snapped your hands off for it. But if you would have told me we would have been left to deadline day scrapping around for those 2 and we would have only signed Donny van der Beek, it's fucking idiotic. But here we are. Now, if we can actually get Sancho done, or Dembele less so, but if you got Sancho done, you'd look at that and think that's a strong transfer window. But you feel like a lot of damage has already been done. We've lost 2 home games already in the league this season. 6 points have been dropped already. Now, I know a lot of teams are going to drop a lot of points this season, but that is damaging. That is extremely damaging. So it's just annoying. But here we go anyway. Zed says Sancho is not going to solve anything. Well, he does, because he solves your right wing problem. I don't know what people seem to forget. We have got places where we need to sign players. We need a left back. We need a centre back. We need a striker. We need a right winger. Hopefully we get 2 of them tomorrow. Maybe a third. Digging deep into the European bargain bin, says Daniel. Sarr is better than Dembele, says Galaglack. I don't know if he's better, but probably fitter in terms of his physical fitness over the last couple of years. I don't get it, says Darren. Our defence was good last season. What's changed really? Nothing has changed, Darren. It's just been exposed for what it was. I think last season it looked shaky as well. I think statistically it was a better season, but the eye test, it failed. It definitely failed the eye test. This is the same sort of start Jose had in his third season, says Ross. Yeah, it's a horrible start. The art of defending has gone in this era. Please sign Sancho already, says Asmar. Yeah, I don't think Sancho is going to happen. Chris Smalling, looks like that one's happening to Roma, though. We've been dragging on with this one all summer. Surprise, surprise, another transfer deal. Not only are ins dragging on, but outs are dragging on as well. And he's now one step away from signing... AS Roma are now one step away from signing Chris Smalling from Man United. Last details are pending. Smalling asked again to Man United board to leave the club immediately and to join AS Roma. Che Guevara, why have you tweeted that? I like Shea, but he's tweeted, you got to think United could do a whole lot worse than actually keep Chris Smalling. He must be smoking crack, because did you not watch Chris Smalling for us? He was poor, and he's played a lot like Harry Maguire's played today. How do you see us entering November with Arsenal, Chelsea, Newcastle, Leipzig and PSG in the next 30 days? Oh, God, don't remind me. Thank you for your super chat, Gareth. That is going to be an abysmal one, isn't it? Who's our next game after this international break? Newcastle away, PSG away, Chelsea at home, Leipzig at home, Arsenal at home. Bloody hell. Whew. That's fucked. Could be long. What about Romero? Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about Romero, but not a lot of action over Romero. We've heard links with him going to potentially to Everton and various other places, but no actual proper rumours. Let's have a look if there's anything there. Nothing about Sergio Romero, which is shocking, really, because you would have thought someone would have come in for him. Everton with Jordan Pickford. I think he'll leave on deadline day. Wouldn't be surprised if he got a move lined up, or he went somewhere on loan, or something like that. But yeah, Sergio Romero's another one. So far, Andreas Pereira's left, gone to Lazio. Diogo Dalot's left, gone to AC Milan, both on loan. Tahith Chong went to Werder Bremen on loan. Dylan Levitt went to Charlton on loan. James Garner went to Watford on loan. Alexis Sanchez went to Inter on a permanent. Who else? Chris Smalling should join Roma. We're waiting for that one to happen. As for Sergio, God knows what is going to happen with him. God knows what's going to happen with Marcus Rojo, Phil Jones, and God knows something could happen with Daniel James on the last day of the season as well. We've heard a lot of stuff going on with him, and he wasn't involved today. Rohit with the super chat says, Sancho can't save us with that pathetic defence. I feel for Bruno, he's a real captain. We need at least one defender if or not Sancho comes in. Looks like we could be getting that defender in Alex Telles, not the centre half that we wanted, but nevertheless a defender. Angel Gomez to Boa Vista as well, yeah, on a free. Rojo isn't going anywhere, is he? Let's be real with that one. Marcus Rojo. Yeah, nothing on Marcus Rojo. No news on him in weeks. It's almost like he's just going to stay at United for the wage and not do anything about leaving, which a lot of people do. Should we do it on this day? On this day. What's the date? On this day, 2020, we got absolutely dicked by Spurs. But on this day in 1958, Manchester United are part of the first ever Football League fixture to played on a Saturday night under floodlights. Unfortunately for the Red Devils, rebuilding after the Munich air disaster, they are on the receiving end of a 4-0 reverse against hosts Wolverhampton Wanderers. The innovation proves a hit with fans, with 36,840 in attendance to watch a United team which included survivors of the tragic air crash like Bill Folks and Dennis Violet. On this day in 1958, United lost 4-0 against Wolves in the first ever Football League fixture to be played on a Saturday night under floodlights. How about that one then? 62 years ago? Mad. Yeah, Tellez won't fix the defending. That needs to be drilled. That defence needs to be well drilled, well organised. Like, they need to know what each other's doing. We don't have any of that at the moment. They don't seem to be knowing what's going on. Can't find their arse with both hands. And there doesn't seem to be much communication between either of them either. It's poor, and it's just poor. Poor. Why all the Marcus Rojo hate? Whenever he plays, he seems alright. I like Marcus Rojo, but I don't hate him, and I like his feistiness. I love how he challenges players, but it's not going to improve United, is he? Watch the kickoff. Well done, Chief. Nice one, David. Was good. Well, it wasn't good fun being on there today. It was good to see the lads. Wasn't good fun to be there. I nearly left and went home. Not gonna lie. It doesn't just. The goalkeeper's not the only one that. No. Denton. Sorry, bro. Your centre halves have to keep your fullbacks in line. Talk to each other. Yes, your goalkeeper needs to communicate as well. But the problems we're having are not down to De Gea communicating. Watch the goals. 1 point, Luke Shaw is at centre half. Maguire's at left back. Why is that? Is Axel fit as Caribbean is just coming back? Hopefully he'll be here soon. Rojo gives away fouls like candy, says Darcy. Odds we can get Romero out the door tomorrow. Not sure at all. Let's read some of Evra's quotes. I heard he's been talking a lot today. He said, I would really like to end my contract with Sky. I know you have to have some filter when you talk on TV. He sounds like a broken man. He says, I don't promote violence, but many people need a good slap right now. And he also said, first of all, the agent of Van der Beek should shut his mouth. And he said Alexis Sanchez made a comment when he arrived for his first training session at United. He asked his agent to end his contract. That's what I want to do with Sky, end my contract. He also said Gary Neville always says Maguire needs a partner. How about he's taken out of the squad himself? Fair point. Maguire, the captain, how many years has he been at Man United? Just one. It shows that the club don't have any leaders to win trophies. Are you seeing this right now? It's catastrophic. United fans, go on your PlayStation and buy Sancho and Messi. He said, I think the Sancho saga is embarrassing. That's why we talk about United. It's about transfers, not about football. We send lawyers to buy players. We won't get any players. We don't send football people. It's a disappointment everywhere. Do United need a left back? The left back has been like that since I left. I think like 12 left backs have played in my position. Bruv. I love Patrice Evra. What a man. He got it wrong when he praised Avram Glazer the other week. But he's bang on with some of his quotes today. And I'm glad to hear he's been speaking that big talk on national television. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in to AdamMcKola TV. This has been a United Daily Live with less than 24 hours to go of the transfer window. If anything else happens, I'll be live again. But remember, Stretford Paddock tomorrow. We'll have loads of stuff for you, so make sure you're there. Till then, I've been AdamMcKola. This has been an awful day for Man United. We're out of here.